Adam is like those bad kids that you see on daytime TV shows that are real mouthy with your parents, whether it's the like, cash me outside, how about that girl? Oh my God, don't glorify people like that. Hi everyone, I'm Rachel, and today we are going over part 2 of the Genesis 3 story. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, I'm going to link it right up here for you to watch. You have to go watch that one before you can understand what is going on in part 2. So, let us get started. Anyway, so Satan tells Eve, you can be like God. At no point in time does Adam stop her. At no point in time does Adam say, hold up, we're not going to do this. Eve, come on, we're leaving. Don't even entertain the nonsense. We're out. Nope, he doesn't. He leans back and he lets Eve do all the talking. They eat the fruit. Now remember, God has a hierarchy of things. So Eve ate the fruit, but then Adam ate the fruit. And once Adam ate the fruit, because he knew better, he wasn't deceived. Their eyes were opened and they knew good and evil. That was their decision. Adam had the choice and he made the choice to choose to learn, what all this bad stuff is. He allowed that to enter into their lives and the lives of their descendants, which is you. You are their descendant. Immediately, they see that they're naked. The glory of God has been removed from them because they've eaten this fruit. Adam and Eve notice that they're naked, they're ashamed, and they decide to cover themselves. They make a covering for their nether regions, their sensitive parts, with fig leaves, which are kind of prickly. If you've ever eaten a fig off of a tree, you kind of have to get your hand up in there so you don't scratch it to get that fig. But anyway, not a great choice for undies. So they're hiding with their little bikinis on, and they hear God walking through the Garden of Eden. Now, when you've done something wrong and you hear your parents either walking in or you hear that garage door go up because they're coming home. You're like, I'm going to play like I'm asleep. I'm going to, hide. I'm going to do whatever. I know all of y'all have done that before. We've all done it. But Adam and Eve, they hear God walking through the garden and they go and hide. So Adam and Eve are hiding and God's walking through the garden and he's calling out for them. He's crying out, where are you? It's not that God doesn't know. It's that they've departed from his presence and he knows what happened. He knows that they ate from the fruit. But he's giving them a chance to come out and come clean. So Adam comes out and Adam says, I was naked and I was afraid. And God is like, who told you were naked? Like, if you've always been naked, how would you know what naked is? There's no other people wearing clothes, so how are you aware of the concept of nakedness? Did you eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil? This is where it gets scary. Daytime TV shows where you have these terrible kids that are super disrespectful to their parents, and it's completely unwarranted. That is how Adam is right now. So God just asked him, did you eat from this tree? And what does Adam say? This woman who you gave me, God, she was the one who gave me the fruit and I ate it. So it's not my fault, God. It's this woman's fault. But actually, it's your fault because you're the one who gave me the woman in the first place. Like, what are you doing? Like, do you have no, common sense? Are you not afraid that God could just annihilate you? Like, you're really going to talk back to God and say, God, it's your fault for giving me this woman, and it's the woman's fault that I ate this fruit. Even though Adam is the one that created this fence law and told her, don't even touch it, which is not what God said. So Not only does Adam throw Eve under the bus, he straight up blames God for eating this fruit. So he gets caught in doing something that's wrong. Does he say, I'm sorry, God? Lapse of judgment. What I did was wrong. And, I'm going to come clean to you. No, he gets super defensive. Not my fault. Her fault. Your fault. Everyone's fault but mine. It's scary. In the Bible, it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And when you have no fear, you're going to end up doing some dumb stuff. And this is a time where Adam had a chance to kind of right his wrong. I don't know what would have happened, but I know that the way that Adam went about it was the absolute wrong decision to make right here. Don't backtalk God. Don't tell God it's his fault, and don't throw your wife under the bus when the mistake is on you. So, God is like, okay, not even going to address that right now. Eve, is this true? And she's like, I was deceived by the serpent, which is true. She was deceived, and the serpent is the one that got the ball rolling by saying, did God really tell you you can't eat of this? God is the one that's just trying to keep you down, Eve. It's the man that's trying to keep you down. You need to rise above. There's a glass ceiling here, Eve. God doesn't want you to be on his level. The man's trying to keep you down. Same lie he's been telling for eternity, even in 2017. So, God has asked Adam what happened. He has asked Eve what happened. And then he decides to turn to the snake. Now remember, the serpent is possessed by Satan. And Satan gets no more chances. God's not asking questions because God doesn't care. Because Satan does not have a chance to get out of this. He has already been kicked out. There was already judgment. There was water over the face of the deep. There is no coming back for round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Satan. So God is about ready to lay down judgment. And we're going to leave it right here because these 3 people, entities, because Satan's not a person, Satan, Adam, and Eve, what the judgments are each going to be for them affect you today. And they are so heavy and there's so much to unpack that I'm going to leave these for next week. But I just want you to think about something. When you've done something wrong and you've been caught doing something wrong, what is your first instinct? Is it to blame somebody else? Is it somebody else's fault? Or do you take responsibility for your actions? Do you say, you know what? I did mess up. Yeah, I did eat from that fruit. I'm sorry. I know it was wrong. Forgive me. Or is your first instinct, throw everybody under the bus? It's his fault. It's their fault. It's God's fault. It's everyone's fault but your fault. Just think about that. Like, really take a look and say, are you like Adam, where you blame everybody else but yourself, even though you were given the rules? Own up to your mistakes, because God always makes a way for redemption. But he does not take kindly to you not owning up to your mistakes. So I'm going to see you on Wednesday, and we are going to just be talking about so many things in Genesis 3. I just went to a Bible conference yesterday, and somebody from the Creation Ministries Institute came to speak, and it was really good. So I'm really excited, and I have so many things that I want to talk about. So we can just chat about that on Wednesday and Friday, and we will pick up with our story next Monday, and I will see you later. I want you to subscribe below. I want you to like it, and then I also want you to share this video with people that you know. Maybe you have younger family members that would like to learn the Bible. Share it with them so that they can get to know the same stories that you know. I will see you later. Bye.